By fixing the plumbing, we mean laying the foundations for the future and getting those crucial foundations right in London. Firstly, it means designing digital services consistently to standards so they meet the needs of users and that they're built to last. Secondly, it means getting our data right in London. It means joining up data across 32 boroughs, other public services, and working with partners safely, ethically and securely. And that's not always been the case in the past. And thirdly, it means getting digital infrastructure right. So that's full fibre connectivity right across London. Hitherto, our city has supported the growth of the tech sector, but we need that extra digital infrastructure made up of full fibre so we can support the next generation of technologies, including 5G. So using public assets, TfL's tunnels, public buildings will increase investment in full fibre across the city. And those fix the plumbing themes were real priorities for Londoners. Well, during the pandemic, the city had to use data better so it could understand what was going on in London. And as public health data improved from a slow start, but improved to the point where public authorities were really able to use it, there was also a demand for economic data. So what was happening on our high streets? And previously, we received government data on a monthly or quarterly basis, certain time-honoured indicators, and these things weren't useful when we were trying to find out what was happening at a neighbourhood level. So a really good example of a data partnership is us working with telecommunications companies and with MasterCard to use data to find out footfall and spend on a precinct by precinct level, and then using data analytics to compare how high streets were doing. There's 600 high streets in London. So it was really important that we got this analysis, and that goes directly in the hands of local policymakers who can make a difference with money or other decisions. The things that we'll continue emphasising are totally based upon what Londoners are telling us. So the Mayor's Recovery Programme sets as one of its priorities digital access for all. This is because during the pandemic, although rates of digital literacy are, compared to the rest of the country, relatively high in London, there were still tens of thousands of Londoners who did not have access to proper, affordable internet, a device, or the basic skills they needed to get online during the pandemic. So that really highlighted the distance that we still need to travel. So that's a change from perhaps the last decade, where overall national policy was kind of like, you know, these things will happen anyway. We need to be much more active. We need to get to the people who need the support the most, obviously working with civil society and businesses. But we need to treat digital inclusion more like a service to Londoners than we have done in the past.